Hey guys, this is Joel with Full Spectrum Warrior, and we're back out here at the Deep Woods USA training facility, and we're working back on our multiple balance beam, multiple log obstacle. Again, you're going to see this training site here develop a lot over the next couple of months, but Rich is going through and building one obstacle at a time, and we're going to come out here as often as we can and utilize these obstacles so you can see how we use them. You might build something similar at your own place, or you may want to come out here with us and train on the same obstacles that we're showing you these exercises on. So today, I'm going to work with this young Dutch Shepherd male that I have here. His name is Striker, and we're going to introduce Hup. Okay? Now, he knows how to jump up onto some things. He gets into a car. He gets into all these kinds of things, but he's not jumped up onto a log yet where it's, number one, it's rounded on top, right? So the closer you are to the center, the more flat it is, and the farther out you go from that, the more of a slope there is. So that's going to be one thing that he's going to have to figure out and work through. The other thing is, it's narrow, so I'm not going to have him, well, if I need to, I'll shift the approach, and I'll have him come directly on so that he's going lengthwise, right? So that the only limit is narrowness. But what I want to attempt at first, and we'll just kind of see how he does with this, is I want him to come from the side angle and jump up so that he's got a narrow, I let go of the wrong part, so that he's got a narrow section that he has, so he's using his momentum to leap off the ground, right? And then he's got to slow that momentum and control it when he lands on top. And he's only got, you know, the width of the log, maybe 18 inches total, but in terms of like usable space on top, maybe 8 to 10 inches, right? And so you may see at first he'll put his front paws up, and then he'll work on kind of climbing with his back paws, and if he does that, we'll work with that for a little bit, and then we'll shift him down, or we'll use one of the other cross beams so that he can't just climb up, right? So climbing up is kind of a natural first response when they have to deal with something like this, but we want him to learn to jump and to fully land. Foos and seats. Seats. Good seats. Foos up. Good foos. Seats. Good seats. So we want him to learn to jump up and land on a narrow, limited space so that it develops control for him if he ever needs to jump up onto various different things. It builds confidence, it builds agility, and it also builds the bond between me as the handler and the dog. All right, so here we go. All right, so we're going to use this higher section right here. All right, so turn. Hup. Good hup. There you go. Okay? And so what happened there was he jumped up, he did a good job, and then he just wanted to be lazy, and so he started to bring his paws down, and I gave him a little resistance initially, and then he just kind of slumped down onto the ground. So I'm going to let him come under the beam, and then we're going to reset, and we're going to do it again. Come under. Good, under. And doing things like this is a great time to introduce commands. So he's never been trained for under, but I just start telling him that as I bring him under things, and then later on we can distinguish that from other commands with other drills. All right, so hup. Good hup. Okay, it's okay. Reset. Turn. Hup. Nope. Okay, so you can see, these are normal reactions of the dog. The one is he just puts his paws up there, doesn't fully commit. The next one he wants to shoot under it because it's easier, right? Again, I just reset and I just keep working with him. A lot of patience goes into these drills with the dogs. Hup. Good hup. Okay, so I was pulling up on the lead there, creating a little discomfort, so we're gonna try it again. Hup. Good hup. So he's getting tired now. And we're going to watch with the heat, right? But he's not so tired. This is just kind of being a little bit of laziness right now. Let's go. Hup. Good hup. Okay, good job. You did a good job. So there, he went to lean forward almost like he was going to go off the edge again. So I put tension in the lead, and then he leaned back, and he was trying to compensate, and his back end slipped off, right? So I'm not going to correct for that either. I want to be cognizant of what I'm doing to the dog, and that was progress. He's moving forward, right? We're going to keep working this, but just be aware of that. If you create a situation that then they fall off, be very careful not to correct in that situation. In fact, he did a great job that time, so I'm going to praise him, and then we're going to do it again. Let's go. Good. Turn. Hup. Good hup. Okay, do it again. Need you all the way up there. Turn. Hup. Good hup. There we go. Okay, so what you saw there is he started to go off again, right? But I want him to see success. I want him to do what it is I'm asking him to do so that I can praise him for doing it. So I went tight on the lead so that he couldn't go down, and he didn't overcompensate that time and fall off the backside, and so he was able to bring his front paws back up onto the beam again and then stay there, and now I can praise him. Good hup, right? So now he's done a good job here. Now we're going to work it a couple more times trying to give him some more success, and then we'll probably give him a break. But what we'll do as we continue to develop this dog is we'll move farther and farther down, so this will get slightly higher each time, right? And then we'll shift into one of these, and you can see the height difference on these cross beams, and we'll start working him on those. And some of them are more narrow than others. Some are wider, some are more narrow. So we'll start on the wider ones, and then we'll move to the more narrow ones. Okay, so you'll see this a few more times, and then you'll get to go practice it on your own. Ready, bud? Turn. Good turn. Good turn. Good turn. Okay, good turn. Off. Turn. Hup. Do it again. Turn. Hup. Almost. Okay, so if he does 2 or 3 in a row, then I'm going to shorten my lead up and I'm going to help. Hup. All the way up there. Good hup. Good hup. And I'm giving him assistance with the lead as necessary, but I'm trying not to throw him off balance. Okay, it takes some practice. So you as the handler are probably going to have to practice that just a little bit. Good hup. Good hup. And even when I praise him, number one, I don't want to get him so excited that he falls off. And number two, I don't want to push on him and touch him in a way that causes him to lose his balance either. Good. Off. This way. Off. Good off. Come on. Let's go. Good go. Good go. Turn. I want to see a good hup. Hup. Almost. You're kind of jumping those back legs, but you got to get them all the way up there. Turn. Hup. Do it again. Okay, I'm going to shift down just where it's a little lower for a couple times. Hup. Good hup. Almost. Get all the way up there. Hup. Hup. Good hup. Good hup. And this is actually my ideal right here. I want him standing on it so that he learns that he has to put his paws close together to be up there, right? So this is more progress than I was getting. So as you work, adjust your height if you have that option to try and accommodate the dog and shift back and forth and vary it up so that the dog can adjust and learn the different aspects of this exercise. Good hup. Turn. Turn. Good turn. Good turn. It's okay. Off. Good off. Turn. Hup. Go way up there. Hup. Oh, good hup. Now you see him off balance just a little bit. So I'm providing assistance as needed without throwing him off. And he actually leaned his rear end into my stomach here. He's using me for balance, right? I'm going to allow that right now in these early phases. If I want him to stop doing that, I'm going to slowly shift away and create that distance. I'm not just going to step back, because if I step back, it'll throw him off, he'll lose his balance and he'll fall, and he won't get the confidence of the success that he's having. So I want to keep the success going, and I want to build his confidence right now. Turn. Okay, turn. Good turn. Off. All right, let's go. One more time. Let's get a good successful one. Hup. Almost. Get up there. Get up there. Get up there. Good hup. Good hup. Off. Good off. Turn. Okay. If their lead gets wrapped around them and gets tangled, that's okay. Just fix it. Good go. Good go. Good go. Turn. Hup. Oh, you did such a good job, except you went all the way over. Let's go. Come on. Good go. Good go. Good go. Good go. Gotta stop when you get up there. Hup. Hup. Okay, so I'm using that upward tension to create discomfort. Get up there. Hup. And then as soon as he's up, he'll get up there and stay. Get up there. Hup. Okay, and as soon as he's up, the tension goes away. Okay, don't get lazy on me. Don't get lazy. Don't get lazy. Stay there. Buoy it. Stay there. There we go. And I don't know if you could tell the difference in attitude, but basically he was having the attitude here. So his attitude shifted from I'm going to try to now I don't care. So when his attitude shifts like that to I don't care, and I'm just going to let myself slide off, then I start giving those little bumps and corrections, and I start telling him, hey, that's not acceptable, right? I'm going to be patient as you keep trying, but if you get to the point where you're blowing me off and you're not trying, then there's going to be little bumps and corrections, right? And then he stays there. That's also something to watch, though, for the stress that the dog's under and being accommodating to that stress. Now he's been successful. I'm going to go ahead and end him there on a positive note, and then we'll try it again either later in the day or on another day. All right? So get out there and practice with your dog, and hopefully this was helpful to you.